So the first posture is the prayer pose. So very simply, just stand straight, feet not perfectly together, but just comfortably together. Shoulders relaxed, palms together at the center of the chest. Elbows down. Right. And in this pose, when you start, you take a few breaths. Just center yourself, bring your mind to your body, right? And you exhale completely. Okay. After you've exhaled, the second posture is called raised arm pose, right? So again, from here, you just take your hands up, straight up, and then stretch, and then arch back. Okay, that's the second posture. Then you come forward, right, raised arm. The third posture is forward bending. So again, keep your knees straight, okay? And just try to reach your hands down as far as you can. If you can get your fingers to the floor, that's great. And put your hands kind of in line with your toes so they come straight down. And the idea is to actually put your palms to the floor next to your feet, right? And you exhale completely here, right? Okay? From here, you take your right leg, right? The next one's called the equestrian pose. You take your right leg and you push it all the way back. So keep your hands now flat next to to the foot that's there, and you take your right foot all the way back. Okay? And you stretch it as much as you can. So this part of your leg you keep vertical, right? So this part of your leg should be vertical. Okay? So take your knee back as far, such that this part stays vertical, and then you push your pelvis to the floor. So you try to push this part of the ground to touch the floor. You look up, and you arch your back, and you stretch, and you inhale. Right? So from here, we go to the mountain pose. So now you take your other foot back, next to the previous one, the other one. So your knees line up, come up on your toes, and then up on your feet, and try to push your heels to the ground, knees straight, and you try to, and then you kind of arch your back downwards. And exhale. Okay, from here it's the 8-point pose. So from here you come down, again depending on the strength of your arms, you can either come down with your nose first or your knees first. Right, so I come down with my nose first, and then my knees, and then my chin. Right? So you keep your, this one you kind of compress your body a bit so your buttocks sticks up in the air. Right? Your hands are next to your shoulders. Right? Chin is on the ground, so 8 points. Your 2 hands, your 2 toes, your 2 knees, and your chest is on the ground. Right? And you should have held the breath out at this point. Okay, from here you go flat on the ground. So stretch your legs back out. Right. Next pose is the cobra pose, what we learned last week. Right, so just stretch your legs flat. Inhale, and then push with your arms up. Keep your hips on the ground. Inhale, and push with your hands as much as you can. Look up and arch back as much as you can. Try to keep your back relaxed, and mainly push with your hands to achieve the stretch of the back. And inhale deeply. So from here we go back into the mountain pose. So put your toes back up. Here. Try to touch your heels to the ground. Okay, now from here we go to the equestrian pose. We take our left leg and bring it forward. Put it between our hands. Okay, so once again, this is the same pose we did before with the right leg back. Inhale. Look up. Okay, from here, forward bending pose. So put the other foot next to the first foot. Try to keep your palms on the ground and straighten your knees. when you inhale, up, arms up and back. And bring palms into prayer pose. And that's half a round, right? So the only difference with the next set is instead of having the right leg back, in both in the equestrian pose, you have the left leg back. Right? So same thing again, we'll go a little quicker this time. So prayer pose, exhale, inhale, arms up, stretch back, and exhale, arms forward, hands next to your feet, and inhale, left leg back this time. Okay. All right, exhale, mountain pose. Okay, down to the 8-point pose. Okay, then go flat, cobra, inhale. Okay, back in mountain. Exhale. Okay, equestrian pose, this time right leg forward. Inhale. Okay, now both feet and forward bend. And inhale. Jump and back. And then exhale, prayer pose.